So my name is Junior Corria. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I wrote $14,652 in life insurance premium this week. If you're not in the insurance industry, stick around. This video will apply to you. I've been doing sales for 12 years. When I first got in the industry, I was terrible. I was one of the worst performers, one of the worst people. I couldn't sell. It was embarrassing. But eventually I figured it out and I started making money. I started helping families. I started understanding to win in sales, you actually have to fall in love with people. But in this video, we're going to 4 mistakes that you're probably making that's keeping you performing at this level when you could be performing at this level. Let's get right into this, guys. It's going to be awesome. So as we're getting into this, I want you to understand, I am not perfect at this. I am not an expert. I'm not a guru. I jack stuff up all the time. Not every week is an up week. It doesn't always go perfect for me. And one of the things, it's not in my notes, but what you got to understand is do not compare yourself to anyone. I heard this quote by Greg Rochelle, and comparison will either make you feel inferior or it will make you feel superior, and neither honors God. You're in your own journey. If you just started in sales or if you've been in sales for 30 years, your journey is your journey. But these 4 things may be things that you can implement, or maybe you can say, wow, I didn't realize that I'm doing that. And if you make these changes or if you become aware of these, your sales can actually really improve. So let's get right into this. Number 1, quit being selfish. When you're in sales, you got to understand it is not about what's in it for you. It's truly what's in it for your customer. It's truly what's in it for the other person. If you make a sale and you benefit yourself and not the other person, you're never going to win at the level that you're supposed to win. Most people win in sales because they stay in it a long time. Month after month, year after year after year. But if you have a reputation of cutting a corner, making things about you, you're not going to win. You cannot be selfish. And let me get a little bit deeper into that. Here's what I mean. When you're in front of a customer, you're dealing with a human being. And if you don't slow down to get to know them, I struggle. Sometimes the thought comes in, hey, I don't need to get to know them. I could just help them. But if you do that, you're actually trying to create a shortcut. You're dealing with a human being. My job is to get to know them, love them, find out who they are, find out about their family, find out if what I'm doing can serve them. Really, can I find a solution that's going to benefit them? And if I can't, I am going to move on. I'm truly trying to figure out, can I take care of this person? I cannot make this sale about me. And this is more of a heart posture and more of a mindset than anything else. You know, whether you're selling solar panels, whether you're selling cars, whether you're selling houses, you know what you do, that you're cutting corners and making it about you. So if you can start being aware and saying, hey, there's no shortcut to this. If I make it about me, it's actually going to impact my ability to go take care of other families. The second thing that's critically important is this: quit wasting time. When I first started doing insurance, my job was to schedule the appointment with the client. I would drive out to the client's house. So in a day, I would have 6 or 7 appointments, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., so forth. What would happen was, if a client wasn't home, when I first started doing this, I would go to a McDonald's, or I would go on my phone and scroll, or I would play a video game, or I would take a nap. It was a time waster. And what happened was, I was already out in the field. What I needed to do instead was take that opportunity. I had my other customers, my other leads with me. I was supposed to, instead of wasting time, go knock on other doors or go find other customers in that same period of time. So time wasting is something that nobody's going to say, hey, I'm knocking on your... No one's going to knock on your door and figure out what you're doing to waste time. I know what I do that wastes time. And I have to be my own police officer and say, Junior, you're wasting time. So here's 2 things that you can look at if you're wasting time. Number 1, is this going to get me closer to making money? Number 2, is this helping me grow as a person? If it's not doing either of those 2 things, you probably don't need to be doing it. So here's what can tend to happen as you listen to this. You beat yourself up, so don't do that. I just want you to start looking at, what am I doing that wastes time? What can I do tomorrow to be more effective and more efficient than I am today? And when you start looking at your days like that, and every day you're getting better, it's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. By the way, you're so amazing. Thank you for listening. This is a subscribe commercial. I'm kidding. But hey, hit the subscribe button. We want to grow this channel. We want to blow this thing up. And I really want this to go across the United States and across the world and impact people. But it's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Every day I'm looking and saying, what am I doing that wastes time? What can I do to make the videos faster? What can I do to edit quicker? What can I do to find help? I'm looking and seeing what wastes time, and instead of beating myself up for what I don't know, what I'm doing is saying, messed that up, now I can do it better. So, but figuring out what we're doing that is wasting time is going to be so critical. Here's the number 3 thing that is very critical. Learn the numbers for your industry. If you're in the insurance industry, here's what matters: dials, connects, appointments, sits. How many families did you help? If you don't know what the numbers should be, you don't know what you're looking forward to and what you should be performing to. So I'll give you my numbers for this week. Don't compare yourself to this, but this is just what the numbers were for this week. I had 79 dials. I spoke with 39 customers. I scheduled 30 appointments. Out of those 30, I sat down with 19 families, and out of those 19, I helped 9 of them. So those were my numbers for the week. So when I first started, it wasn't like that. I would make 300 phone calls in a week. I would talk to maybe 5 or 10 people. I would schedule 3 appointments, sit with 2 and help none. So it wasn't like the numbers just were perfect from the beginning. But you got to know, if you're doing solar panels or if you're doing any type of sales, what are the numbers? So what you do is this: go to the best person in your company and look at their numbers and go to them and say, hey, what were your numbers when you first started? And then what I want you to copy is their work ethic when they first started. Now, if you're like me, we have a superstar in my company that is like an Elon Musk of the world. So her numbers are just insane. So maybe go to the top 10 people and copy their work ethic, because for every incredible superstar, which by the way, even if you're a Jeff Bezos or if you're a LeBron James or a Kobe Bryant, even though you are crazy out there, you still had to work to get there. But maybe go to the top 10 people and ask them that question, because that'll be more relatable to what you can do in your career. Here's the 4th thing. This is probably the most critical out of everything that I'm going to say in this video, because it's the number 1 thing that people screw up the most when they get in the insurance industry, especially when they get in sales, period. So number 4 is invest in enough leads. So what that means is, if you're only talking to 10 customers a day, the most you could do is 10 sales if you're perfect, and you're not going to be perfect. So if you're competing against someone that has 100 leads, they're going to definitely beat you. So in the insurance industry, you have to purchase your leads. In your solar industry, in your car sales, it may work totally different, but you've got to figure out a way that you can get more leads than anybody else. That way you have more chances to win. Here's a tip if you're brand new in sales. If you're trying to get a lot of customers, you may not have as much money as other people to get customers. So what you do instead is you take all the worst leads, whatever you can do. You're going to spend more time getting your skills up. And as you get your skills up, you'll make money, and then you can reinvest and actually make your time back because you're getting better quality leads. So it's going to be either 2 things at the beginning. You either have a lot of time or a lot of money. But if you're brand new in sales and you have a lot of money but you've never done sales, I would still encourage you to spend a lot of time, because just because you throw money at it doesn't mean that your skills are going to translate to a return. So that's just a tip. So if you've listened to this whole video, Thank you for doing this. I really do believe in you. I want to hear from you in the comments section. What kind of sales are you in? Are you in the insurance industry? If this helped you, hey, put that in the comments. I love you. I can't wait to see you in the next video. You are incredible. Go have your greatest life. Let's go.